Dune Part 2 is finally here, and if you haven't seen it, be warned, there are spoilers ahead.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
Welcome to 30's Feedback, folks. So, one of the most important features of Denis Villeneuve's sci-fi epic Dune Part 2 is its exceptional cast, and no one made a bigger impact with limited screen time than Austin Butler as the diabolical Fade Ralpher Harkonnen. The nephew of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, Fade Ralpher is the intense and terrifying heir to the throne of House Harkonnen. Butler's powerful portrayal of the brutal Fade Ralpher was a highlight of the film, which makes his seemingly late introduction all the more baffling. Villeneuve's Dune movies stick fairly close to the original source material, Frank Herbert's 1965 novel of the same name. As with any movie adaptation of a written work, there are some major changes to characters and story arcs for the sake of presenting well on screen. Given Butler's unsettling portrayal of the sociopathic villain and his rapid ascension as one of Hollywood's most talented young actors, it seems peculiar that the character's role wouldn't be adapted or expanded further for the sake of the film, which is breaking records with its Rotten Tomatoes score. Roughly the first half of Dune Part 2 focuses on Paul Atreides learning the ways of the Fremen and excelling enough to earn his own war name, Muad'Dib. Butler's Fade Ralpher isn't introduced until well after Paul and the Fremen have thoroughly derailed spice production, which was being overseen by the brutish and violent Rabban Harkonnen. Fade Ralpher is presented as the solution to House Harkonnen's problem on Arrakis, and the character's interactions with those around him prove just how cunning and devious he is. Butler's performance helps his character truly dominate each scene he's included in.
Destruction, domination.
Nice.
While Austin Butler is most famous for playing the King of Cool himself, Elvis Presley, in the 2022 biopic about the legendary musician, he unleashes an entirely different persona in his portrayal of Fade Ralpher. Butler's bold, eyebrowless Dune Part 2 appearance serves as a striking contrast from his typical, classic Hollywood good looks, and the 32-year-old backs it up with an unsettling and terrifying performance. While each member of House Harkonnen is inherently scary due to their violent nature and pale, hairless countenance, Butler's intimidating subtlety is what makes his character stand out in the film. Butler's Fade Ralpher was heavily featured in the film's promotion despite his somewhat limited screen time compared to other primary cast members. While part of this is due to Butler's current box office drawing power, it's also because of the impact his role has on the overarching story. While House Harkonnen acts as the larger enemy of Paul and the Fremen, Butler's Fade Ralpher acts as the point of the spear. He truly provides an essential antagonist counterpart to the handsome and charismatic Paul Atreides, which is what makes him one of the best parts of Dune Part 2. With Butler delivering such a captivating performance, it's hard not to be disappointed that he didn't get more screen time. However, with only a few key scenes featuring Butler's Fade Ralpher, it might have taken away from how powerful each scene was. If the audience gets used to the unsettling character, then the frightening nature of the villain could have been minimized. Every time Butler is on the screen, it's immediately clear that something significant is occurring, and it allows the viewer to truly sit up and take notice, which is a good thing considering the movie's near 3-hour runtime.
For 4.5 hours!
It's also difficult to be too disappointed considering that Fade Ralpher's role in the source material is accurately represented. all the key characteristics of the character are adequately addressed, including his fighting prowess, his ambition, and the value of his genetic material as part of the Bene Gesserit machinations to bring about Kwisatz Haderach. While it's fair to wonder if there was an opportunity to introduce the character sooner in Dune Part 2, ultimately Villeneuve's decision to limit Feyd-Rautha's screen time may have been for the best to create a more powerful screen presence.